Greetings, YouTube. Danny Staten here on the Daily Dan blog. I'm back with another comic book review. Today I'm taking a look at Dracula, Lord of the Undead. Yeah, it's a number 3 from 1998. And I told you I'd be getting back to some vampire books pretty soon. I've been holding off on them. I've got a bunch of them. I thought I'd get started on one today. I'll be doing a lot more vampire comics coming up over the next couple of months. Be sure to join me for that stuff. So let's get started. Shall we? Oh, wow, YouTube. I like this comic book already because even though it came out in 1998, it's still got that original old comic book look to it. And check this out. We get a Lost in Space commercial over here for, I guess, a movie. Yeah, the DVD movie coming out back in 1998. And it opens up. And inside the full glossy-ass, shiny inside cover panel, you get the history of Dracula and all the cronies that's going to show up here in this comic book, which I'll be using none of their real names. So if you want to know who these fuckers are, I suggest you read this stuff here. Because I won't call none of these people by their real names. You know that's true. Too bad we're picking up on issue number 3 in 1998. It's true, it's a number 3. I'd have liked to have had 1 and 2 of this series so I could have found out what happened first. Because apparently here comes Dracula walking through a sea of plague victims in the Book of Revelations, or what the hell ever. This is going to be an interesting one. So in full panels, brought to you by the Daily Dan blog, Dracula arrives in the city. It's surrounded by plague victims as people fall dead all around the town. This is the Renfield character, who I'll be calling the Renfield character, because he walks around kissing Dracula's ass through this whole comic book. Yeah, so Renfield tells Dracula what's up, and he tells him that there's this evil vampire bitch named Lilith trying to run shit, and he's got to go see that Dr. Stewart fucker over at the nut house. Oh my God. So now we're traveling. Look, Renfield driving the car and Dracula gonna turn into a big ugly bat and fly on top. Couldn't you just get in the back seat, you stupid motherfucker? And Renfield's secretly in love with Lucy and that other bitch. He's just dreaming about children. He's a pervert. Oh my God, here we go with a little commercial, without a brain or not. Yeah, I don't even know what in the blue hell this is supposed to be. If anybody knows what in the blue hell this is supposed to be, let me know in the comments below, because Daily Dan is lost. It's upside down. It's backwards. It's something you should pause and figure out and let me know in the comments below. So apparently Harker's married to this bitch and she's looking in on their kids, and that's all you get of that little story, and probably the last time you're going to see this cunt in the whole damn comic book. Oh my God. Anyway, Dracula shows up at the mental institution run by Xavier, looking like, tell me that Dr. Stewart don't look like Xavier that walks. This is Professor X that can walk. And on the next pages, we get somewhat in the blue hell. We get courses in comic book art, apparently. Oh my God. You're going to learn how to draw up your favorite superhero. You're going to learn how to do all the cool art by Frank Miller. Can Frank Miller draw? Let me know in the comments below if Frank Miller can draw. And you get this big, long correspondence course you can send in on and learn how to be a real comic book artist. You know what? If you want to have some fun, just pick the phone up and call them. See if this number is still in service. You can even get your art supplies. I'm going to leave that up so you can pause it, call them, and ignore them. Tell them Daily Dan sent ya. So apparently, Dracula ain't real thrilled with old Doc Stewart as he slams that bitch through a wall, probably ending his miserable existence. And Renfield's all upset as you're kicking Dr. Xavier's ass. And over here, you can find out what comic books you can order from East Coast Comics, your East Coast Comics connection, where you can get all the East Coast comics you ever wanted for one low price. Oh my God. I did not like some commercials back in 1998. And all of a sudden, Mr. Spock's wife shows up. I'm just kidding. That's Aaliyah, the queen of the damn bitch. That's the Queen of the Vampires. She come in, take over Dracula shit. Renfield's all upset, and he's worried that this bitch is just gonna kill Dracula. She's all upset, and she's telling Dracula, hey, bitch, I'm about to take over. I'm the lead vampire now. And Dr. Stewart's like, ha ha, I got you, Dracula. What you gonna do with this mother? So Info Panels brought to you by the Daily Damned blog. You see Dracula and the Queen of the Damned having an argument. You see Dracula and Queen of the Damned talking. You see Renfield getting all upset and warning Dracula, you can't trust this bitch. This bitch says, yes, Renfield, you can trust me. Maybe we can work together. Renfield ain't having none of that. Renfield break out in some sweat and have a damn temper tantrum. No, bitch, you cannot be trusted, you undead witch. And he rushes at her. Gonna stake that bitch, apparently. And then we end the middle of all that wonderful action. Yes, it's true. We just stop for another commercial for some stupid-ass video game that probably sucked back in the day. I remember nothing about it. I never played it. Hell, I don't even know what Squaresoft is. Is that some kind of shit you play on a computer or something? If anybody knows what the hell this is, let me know in the comments below. So Queen of the Damned lays into Renfield's ass for trying to stake her out. She throw him to the floor and hurt him real bad. Dracula's all upset because his little butt boy Renfield done got all knocked out and messed up by the Queen of the Damned. He's about to go vampire crazy on that bitch. And he jumps up and he goes vampire crazy just like iPhones. And they go into this great and horrible battle where Queen of the Damned smacking off some of Dracula's face and Dracula's pouncing that bitch across the floor and going WWE and thumping that bitch through a table. So in full panels brought to you by the Daily Damned blog, you get to see the fight of the centuries. Queen of the goddamn ugly damned goes one-on-one with Dracula. They're tearing up the library. They're throwing books all around. Hell, she hit Dracula in the head with a Bible. That ought to do some damage. Dracula's really pissed off about that. They lock up once more, collar and arm tie up just like WWE or something, and they're fighting and they're scrapping, and oh my God, it just goes on and on and on. And she throws Dracula to the floor with a hard thump. A whomp. What the fuck is that word? Whomp. And of course, YouTube. Right when the action is at its fullest, right when the action is at its peak, right when things are really tearing up, we get a commercial for the Bullpen Bulletins where you can see what people wrote in, what they've said. You can find out about stuff coming out in the near future. And it's put together all by your friend, Stanley. Stanley. Does anybody actually read this stuff? Tell me, YouTube, does anybody read this stuff? Let me know in the comments below. If you don't read it, I'm going to quit doing this where I show it like this just for you to pause and read this garbage. Oh, my God, here's another commercial for some stupid video game that you never played and probably never heard of. Darius sucks. It really did. I don't even know what the hell it is, and I can just look at it and tell. It probably sucked. So in full color panels, brought to you by the Daily Damned blog. The battle continues. The battle rages on. Oh, look, Dracula giving that bitch a kidney shot like it's going to hurt another vampire. He picked the bitch up and slammed her through the wall, Mick Foley style. And they're still fighting, and they're fighting, and they're fighting. And she, sneak attack on Dracula and knocks him over Renfield's bloodied corpse. Dracula's down. He's bending over. Watch it, Dracula. She may make you squeal like a pig for her, boy. Oh, I didn't say that. I'm just kidding. Anyway, Dracula's all pissed off. He put the bite on something. It looked like he might bite Renfield on the dick. Oh, my God. And Queen of Darkness. I didn't say Queen of Darkness. Sorry, Angel. Queen of the Damned started screaming. I wouldn't have named her Nyx, but she looks too good to be Nyx. It looks like Dracula's beating it in full super speed vampire motion as she hollers, no way, you can't escape. And then a huge, horrible explosion busts out as that bitch turns into a bat and hauls ass. Look, She got hit by some shrapnel and busted that head open. Stupid bat. Meanwhile, Dracula flies away down the street where the street lights are lit. That's right. Dracula turned back into a human being. Like he batted out too when the big explosion happened. And here's the way it looked from the outside as everything crashed and boomed and fell to the ground around that area. And bam, looked just like that. Dracula super speeded, caught up with that bitch and slapped his hands around her throat, squeezing. Squeeze harder, Dracula, and end this. But as he's squeezing and he's planning on ripping out her throat, she delivers a big kick and he slides back. And then they start arguing again. I wish they'd quit arguing and just kill each other. Look, they've been fighting for 15 pages and none of them's got a mark on them. Oh my God. They continue to argue and they continue to argue. And Dracula says, I cannot defeat you. And she says, I cannot defeat you. Our powers are too equal. So I guess they just decided to say, fuck it. And it's true. They just said, fuck it. Dracula's sitting around having a drink with Lucy over here after it's all over saying, you know, I couldn't deal with that bitch. She just was whooping my ass, so we just had a truce. And Lucy's all upset, like, why didn't you kill that mother? And Dracula says, you know, one day I will finish her. I swear I will find her. And I will finish her. Ah! As he looks out the window going, I will finish her. I will finish her. I will finish her. And that's the way issue 3 ends. Oh my God. And here you get another commercial for some stupid little handheld video game thing. I never had one of these. Did you have one of these? Let me know in the comments below. Gotcha. Oh my God. And on the back cover, you get something called Stiff with a Vengeance. I can make a lot of good jokes about Stiff with a Vengeance. That kind of reminds me of the 80s when I was stiff with a vengeance. No, I won't make a bunch of jokes. I'll let that one go. And that's going to wrap up my look at Dracula, Lord of the Undead, December number 3 from 1998, wrote by these goobers and drawn by these dicks. Okay, now you had a look at that. I want to tell everybody to be sure to check out my friend Pat McCormick over at the Golden Rage of TV, right here on YouTube. Be sure to check out my friend Dave Sunstorm, my brother in the good stuff, on YouTube. Check him out too. And be sure to check out this guy, Thrash Pondo Ponds, my new partner in crime. You can join me in Thrash Pondo Ponds on his channel in the upcoming future for our own little YouTube show. Be sure to go ahead and subscribe so you will not miss it. And until next time, this is Danny Staten on the Daily Dan blog saying, blog over, dudes. Blog over.